So now we're on 2.4 in Trig. This is this is 2.4 on lines. So let's take a look what we really actually have here. So slope. Slope is rise over run. Change in y over the change in x. It's another way you might know what that is. And this is the last way, the formula, y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. It's the slope.
I do wish we could chat longer, but I'm having an old friend for dinner.
So, A and B are your 2 points. So, what are we doing? Here is my second point. So, 2 minus 4 over 3 minus negative 1. 2 minus 4 is negative 2. Plus a positive becomes 4. When you reduce it, you get negative 1/2. Second here, to try, second point's right there. So negative 1 minus 5 over negative 2 minus 2. And I'm getting a negative 6 over negative 4, which is reduced to a 3 over 2. So there are your 2 points, or your 2 slopes. So we have some graphs. Let's take a look here. Sketch a line that goes through the point 2, 1 and has that as a slope. So 2, 1 over 2 up 1. Right there is 2, 1. Has a slope of 5 over 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. And I guess I could go down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. Remember, you do the reverse. And there's that line. 2, 1. Here's 2, 1. This is down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3 right there. And you can sketch the line right there. Horizontal lines, they are lines that go straight across. Lines that go straight across. There's a horizontal line. So no slope is the key here to horizontal lines. No slope. Okay, absolutely no slope to horizontal lines.
Just a bit outside.
So vertical lines go straight up and down. But with vertical lines, their slope is undefined. That's the key there. The slope is undefined for those.
Believe me, Ovaltine's got what it takes to help you be a leader in your gang.
Example 3. Find the equation of a line through negative 3, 4 that is also parallel to x-axis and the y-axis. So, negative 3, 4. Negative 3, 4. Parallel to the x-axis and y-axis. Well, parallel to the x-axis, boom, there it is. It's a horizontal line. Parallel to the y-axis, boom, straight up and down. And there it is. What we're saying is equations that are horizontal are y equals a number. So this is y equals 4. And notice how that's 4 there for y. So that's why it's y equals 4. That's a horizontal line. Over here, it's x equals. That is a vertical line. X equals, and that equals negative 3 in this circumstance. Right, see that?
You smell like peanuts.
Point slope. I don't do point slope, so don't worry about it. Find the equation of a line through 1 and 7 and negative 3, 2. So if we're going to do that, we need to find the slope first. So there's the slope formula. So change in y, so a 2 minus a 7 over a negative 3 minus 1. So we get negative 5 over negative 4, which is 5 over 4. Okay. So next you need to put it into the slope-intercept form, and that's y equals mx plus b. This was the slope. So since this was the slope, right, since that was the slope, I plug that in for m. So we get y equals 5 over 4x plus b. So now that that's done, I can pick any point I want to plug in, and that should help me find b. So I'm going to pick point A. Okay, so I plugged in a 1 for x, a 7 for y, and now I just need to solve. So 1 times 5/4 is 5/4. I subtract a 5/4 on both sides. 7 minus 5/4. I need to find a common denominator, so I multiply by 4 on both the top and the bottom to get 28/4, which gives me 23/4. So that is my b, so that's what I plug in. Y we said was 5/4, and b we said was 23/4, so there's your equation of a line that goes through those 2 points.
What do you want to do tonight?
The same thing we do every night, Pinky. Try to take over the world.
Slope-intercept form is y equals mx plus b. We just went over that. The m stands for the slope, and the b stands for the y-intercept. So we need to rewrite this and put it into slope-intercept form. Basically what that means, it's get y by itself. So I'm going to minus a 2x onto both sides. So I get 3y equals negative 2x plus 5. Divide both sides by 3. And we end up with y equals negative 2/3 x plus 5/3. And there is your equation in slope-intercept form. Okay, this one in slope-intercept form, that means you guys solve for y. So minus negative 1/2 x to get this, and then you divide by 4, which means I divide this by a negative 4 and this by a negative 4. Which, it's like saying, when dividing by a fraction, it's like multiplying by the reciprocal. So it's like saying negative 1/2 times 1 over negative 4, and 8/3 times negative 1 over negative 4. So I get a positive 1/8 here, and over here I get 8 over negative 12. That I can simplify, make positive. That I can take out a 4 of each of those in the top and the bottom. So I end up with 1/8 x plus 2 over negative 3. I could write it as 1/8 x minus 2/3 as well. Either or would work.
See the design for my prison tats.
Example 6, to graph this, a couple ways, but I'm going to write it into slope-intercept form, I guess. So I minus a 2x to get y by itself. Divide both sides by negative 5. And we end up with a positive 2/5 x minus 8 over negative 5. So change it to a mixed number, and we're looking at 2/5 x minus 1 3/5. The reason why I rewrote it like a mixed number is this means I go down negative 1 3/5, I go down 1 3/5 is about there. Now I'm going up 2 whole spots. 1 spot would be there, 2 would be there, and then over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and put a point. You can also go down 1 spot, 2 spots, and over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Draw a line and connect it. So there we are. So remember, parallel lines have the same slope. Parallel line, same slope. Parallel line, same slope. Parallel line, same slope. Gotta remember that. Parallel lines, same slope.
Who did this?
So if parallel lines have the same slope, let's take a look here. Actually, why don't we finish this example out, and hopefully the rest of 2.4 when we come back.